Alright. Who's ready to play through one of the most confusing franchises, lore-wise, that there is? I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts. That is next time that I decide to do a marathon, and that's only going to happen once I finally get the HD collections on PS4. But for now, why not have some fun with Metal Gear? I've been craving it a lot recently. And this is just as good as any place to start. So, with that out of the way. Oh, don't worry, we're not starting with that game. We're not going to avoid drowning. That is not until much later in this. But, at any rate, let's get started. I'm also going to try and raise up enough money, try and get a Switch with Super Smash Bros. Oh, there's an update for this game. I did not realize that. But anyways, I'm hoping to also raise up money for my birthday so that I can get a Switch Smash Brothers, since there is a Smash Brothers bundle and I really want a Switch. Oh, this is actually a decently sized update. Yeah, so we're doing Snake Eater, or Subsistence, I believe is this one. Although, unfortunately, this does not have the monkey hunting game crossover with Ape Escape, so we can't enjoy that. But I'm still trying to decide if I want to do this the way I normally do the game, or if I want to do this with I don't know, a normal mode, since we're actually done mode. And I'm not gonna go through and get all the Keros, because that was already hard enough with several of them being hit or miss, or I'm sorry, one shot only. So I'm not gonna keep starting the game just to get it, or something to get in New Game Plus. But yeah, this is on the Legacy Collection that I have, which is every single Metal Gear game up to Metal Gear Solid 4. The only one that this did not include at the time was Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance with Raiden. But this has every single Metal Gear Solid game, and it's only on the PS3. It also makes you download actually, no, there is one Metal Gear game that this did not come with, and that was the PS1 version of Virtuous, which is just 300 plus missions with Snake and Gray Fox. But that is for another time. That's probably the only Metal Gear game I don't have now that I'm about it. But yeah, it comes with Metal Gear Solid as a digital download, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, Metal Gear Solid 4 on its own disc, and it also has the unreleased Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 that was originally for the MSX, I believe is what it was called, which we never got a chance to, and it's actually on Metal Gear Solid 3. But with this out of the way, I can check off the entire Metal Gear series whenever I eventually do 5, because that one's going to be forever before I do that. But I would unfortunately need to do that before I can do the rest of the series. But, yeah, this has all the games. It may not show it, but a lot of the games are also on here. Anyways, let's start in chronological order, because that's what I plan on doing for this series. God help me. At least this won't be as bad as some of the later games like Metal Gear Solid 2 with a 45-minute cutscene, or Metal Gear Solid 3 where it's an hour-and-a-half cutscene. Oh boy. That's not going to be very fun for the stream. Or it might, I don't know. I've never finished the game. I've played it, just never finished it. Yes, so 3 is the very first game in the entire series. Story-wise. Anyways. But yeah, this has Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Transfer. Oh yeah. God, it's been a very long time since I played. But let's just go ahead, blood on. Yeah, so this is Subsistence because this gave you a better camera. Thank you, Makoto. It is going to be very, very long. Anyways, just for a little kind of FU to Raiden, I'm going to choose I like Metal Gear Solid 2. And I am just going to do normal. And this is my first time playing normal, so we'll see how many times I die.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
This game has held up very well in terms of graphics and looks, to be honest. Kojima really knew what he was doing with this game. And if I remember, David Hayter only was in one other voice acting role for the Metal Gear series after this, and that was Peace Walker. Because no one no one confirms that Portable Ops exists.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
And there is Nature Zero, who will play a big part in pretty much everything screwing up later.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
This never gets old, this opening cutscene.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
The opening theme is very good too.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 30 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3.
It's coming up, don't worry.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Don't worry, the song will be coming. I just can't remember if it's after Virtuous
Jack, I've got
Mission
some
or if
important
it's
news.
during.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous Mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous Mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities.
But yeah, this just throws a
And the
lot of
East's
lore
foremost
at you, but
expert
it's
on
still
weapons
fun.
development.
I'll try to keep it entertaining,
Sokolov.
but
Isn't he that famous
it's also
rocket
been a very
scientist?
long time
The
since
very
I played
same.
through the entire series.
On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th.
So originally, Hideo
President Kennedy
Kojima
received
really
word
wanted
that
this to
Soviets
take
were
place
processing
during the
flying
KFJ
intermediate-range
assassination,
missiles in Cuba.
but he decided to do it a year
President
later
demanded
on his
that the
birthday.
Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov, of
Sokolov.
course.
They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more,
Game is so fun, but I am not going to cheat
So what
again.
kind of weapon is it?
I
Something to do
am
with space
usually
rockets?
actually pretty good at
No. Missiles.
Same technology.
pretty much fighting
I
him.
guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous
Honestly,
mission.
most of this
They moved
It
him
kinda
there
sounds-
just recently.
Why?
questioning.
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
All right, now we.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
If we
to
don't
hold
get
R1.
Sokolov back before that weapon is complete,
That's okay.
we'll be facing a major
But there are
crisis.
hidden scenes
The clock is ticking.
where you can hold R1, or hidden areas where there's scenes with R1 that you can hold. It doesn't tell you what scenes though.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
All right. Now we can finally get started. At least that was one of the long cutscenes in the game. Oh, there goes my bag. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Raiden. Sorry folks, we're not playing as Snake, we're playing as Raiden today. Let's see, I believe... There we are.
What's wrong? You were expecting something different? Now, go and find Sokolov and get him out of there. What's wrong?
That's okay. It's just a mask. Crap, I pushed the wrong button. Oh no! It's not a mask. Oh crap. That's actually pretty funny.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Only get this if you chose the Metal Gear Solid 2 option. Which is pretty funny. Now we get to play as Snake.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio.
Alright.
We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to
At
talk
least
to
you don't have to remember them like
you.
all
need
the
to
other
talk
games.
to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
That's right. Oh yeah, triangle is the action button. Like I said, it's been a very long time since I played this game. And this is where they also introduced camouflage into the series.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance.
It's pretty easy to
You won't
maintain
be
in
able to
this
shoot
game.
accurately, for
To be
example,
honest.
and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The
I think
suppressor's
this game also,
durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're
better
carrying now, you'll have to find as you
QCQ,
go.
or
I have to
CQC,
find my
close
own
quarter
weapons and
combat.
equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself.
Now, if I was in European
I'm
extreme
afraid
mode,
so. You've been given a fake death pill for that
if you're
purpose.
even seen,
SAS
you will
guidelines
instantly
stipulate that soldiers on
lose.
covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
Oh
A
boy,
real
this is
one-man
going to be
army.
real fun though.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost
It just
importance.
takes a while before you can
The first
really
member
get
of the
some.
support team will be
started.
in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name.
So many references in
What's
this
your
game.
name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss,
And
don't
now
you?
it's the boss.
A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about
Hey,
you.
Gaysburg. Thanks for.
What's that supposed to
I
mean?
hope you're going to enjoy.
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission.
Only the second time I ever
You
played
didn't
the
need me
game,
anymore.
so we'll
But
get
there
to
were
see how
still
much I
so many
remember.
things I wanted you to teach me.
But yeah,
No,
I am going to
I
be
taught
doing
you everything you
entire
needed to
Metal
know
Gear
about fighting
franchise.
techniques.
So if you want to
I
see
taught
them
you all I
all,
could.
follow buttons. So
The
that
rest
can
you
keep
needed
up
to
when I
learn
do
on
my
your
next
own.
one.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think.
I may be asking
You'll
for
just
help
have
though,
to figure it
'cause,
out for yourself. Listen to me,
a
Jack.
long time since I
Just
played, like I
because
said.
soldiers
So
are on
I
the
may-
same side right now doesn't mean they
But I'm gonna
always
try
will be.
and do a no
Having
kill
personal
run.
feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC
Finally,
techniques I taught you
CQC
are
is
sure to
mentioned.
come in handy.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Yep.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
This is
Where
going
are
to
you,
be
boss?
very fun.
Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
45 minutes in, and then we finally get to start the game.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Well, it's better than Metal Gear Solid 4. It's like an hour and a half in
Commencing virtual
before you finally get to start the game. So there is that. All right. There we go, got a snake. Alright. Now imagine trying to play this game. Oh, so this is the HD version, which is technically Subsistence because it has the 3D camera. But this is how you would have had to originally play the game, like this. Imagine trying to do the whole game like that. Doesn't really work. But I am playing the Legacy Collection, which has every single Metal Gear game. Now don't go near the crocodiles and you'll be fine. Oh! Shit! I didn't even see that. Now if you're not careful, you can actually sink in the mud. But yeah, your health slowly regenerates as long as you have stamina. That's definitely a good thing. You can also eat animals too to cover health quickly. But animals do go bad if you leave the game off for a few days, which is actually a nice detail. Oh wait, I didn't need to do that. This is the button I wanted to hit. Let's see, backpack. Yeah, I have everything I can at the moment. Oh. Oh, so I could just throw that. Wait, I actually want... Yeah, so the food that he likes does replenish more. Directional mic I wanted out. There we go. Why not do... Great stamina recovery. No, I didn't really need it at the moment. I thought that was actually food. I forget. The game doesn't really do food. And what do you know? I already have the title Snake Eater. That's it, folks.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA
Also,
and the
welcome,
American
Import.
government
Thanks for
are involved.
joining. I just
Contact
noticed
with
that
the
you had
enemy
a
is strictly prohibited. Don't
but
engage
yeah, I
them in
am actually
battle either.
doing
This
all the
is
Metal
a
Gear
stealth
games.
mission.
Not in one
Got that?
sitting, because
The Major
that's
is
just
right. The point of this
asking for
mission
trouble.
is to sneak through the jungle
But I
without
plan to do
being
this in
seen.
as few
The
sittings as
success
possible.
of the mission
And
depends
so
on
if you
how
want
well
to catch
you
more,
use your
be sure to hit that
camouflage.
follow button, because it'll also help me before I
Change
can
your
finally
camouflage by
do the
selecting
Chrono Trigger stream,
camouflage
which
through
I've never
Survival
played.
Viewer. The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets
And I'm
you
also
change your
trying to
face paint.
raise some money so I can get a
Choosing
Switch so I
camouflage
can
that
play
blends
Smash
in with
Brothers
your
when it finally
surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively.
because that will be fun.
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
Yeah, unlike the rest of the
You can see
series,
how effective your
everyone else
camouflage
doesn't
is by
really
looking at the camo index.
move quite as fast.
The
So
camo
that's actually
index
pretty
shows
nice.
how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
I will say that the 3DS version is broken with the camo. You can take pictures of certain things and you'll always have a 100% camo index. You don't really need too many items in this game, to be honest.
Who's that? Nobody here.
Oh, I'm gonna try and do little bullets as possible. I'd rather go through sneaky than anything.
Who's that?
Crap.
This is HQ. Sending reinforcements.
Shit. I already failed. If I was in European extreme mode anyway. Shit. Seriously? Still?
Right there? I see him.
Where'd the other guy go? There you are. See, I'm already very bad at this game. But I'm doing no kill, so... Or at least I'm not gonna kill. No, I did not want that. Shit. Oh well. Well, damn, that's not what I wanted to do at all.
Right there?
Oh well, I can't exactly restart the stream, so...
I see him.
I'm so bad at this game. Well, one person got killed, and that's not what I wanted to happen.
What the? I'm just seeing things.
See, there's a Caro right there. But there's no point in me doing it because I'm not going to go through the game a second time.
We've lost sight of it. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
I hear something.
I shot it too early.
There's nothing here.
Hard to believe the slow crawl doesn't happen until Metal Gear Solid 4. I just need that one. He'll fall asleep eventually.
Just my imagination.
I just wanted to interrogate the other guy. I didn't want to slit his throat. Actually, how do I? Oh, that's because I was holding it down, that's why. Oh, I've never seen that before.
Radio, get us some backup.
Whoops. I thought I was supposed to grab on.
Snake, what happened? Snake!
Crap.
Snake!
Oh, well. I think it might be L1 and R1.
What the? I'm just seeing things.
There we go. There we go. I believe if you do that enough, you can actually increase your stamina. Oh, I pushed the wrong button again. Damn it. I hit X instead of triangle. This run is going very smoothly. Although I really should get a vote. Do you all want to see me do Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS1, or do you want me to go with the batshit insane Twin Snakes on the GameCube? Either one will work for me. I just want to see what everyone's preference would be. Or maybe I'll still do both, who knows? There is a path over there. Wonder, can I cut that? Oh, there we go. All right. Oh no, I will be still doing this game. I'm just mean when it comes time to do Metal Gear Solid 1. It's like someone watched, what is it? the Matrix and decided, hey, let's turn that into Metal Gear. XM16, I don't know what that is. Okay, a gun I'm not going.
Who's that?
Oh. Hey, Revolver Ocelot, thanks for joining in. I am going to be doing the whole series, so if you want to stick around, hit that follow button. But oh my god. I'm doing so bad so far. I've already died twice and I accidentally killed someone. And I wanted to do a no-kill run.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Alright. Oh, it's another
Your objective,
Another one of these.
Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed
Yeah,
to
I
any
just
kind of
started,
danger.
but
Do
it's
not
also like
approach
45
Sokolov
minutes
while in
before
the
you can
alert
actually
phase.
start the game, so...
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Alright. Now, if you go into alert, you can, I think, accidentally end the game right here. But I think that's what can happen. I don't remember.
Just my imagination.
I think I hit that guy in the back. Yep, that's true.
My imagination.
There we go. Crap, I forgot how you climb over walls. Like that. Okay, it's a shotgun.
What was that?
I don't think there's anything. Anyone else? Oh, there is one person.
Huh? Who was that? Who's that? Radio, we need backup.
Ah, crap.
This is HQ.
Requesting backup.
Sending reinforcements.
I thought these lockers were supposed to open up. Yep, I am going to die. Probably. I'll just hide out here.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? HQ.
Oh boy.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Because why not? I can grab all these as fast as I can. There's a new. Oh no, that's just a metal grate.
What's wrong?
Still there. No caution? Jesus, this is the longest caution I've ever seen. Like I said, I haven't played this game in years, so I am a bit rusty. Oh, there's someone there. And I already screwed up by accidentally killing someone, which I did not mean to do. I just wanted to get some information from him. So, we'll see. It's still going to be a while before I get to Metal Gear Solid 1, because after this, I have to do Peace Walker, which I believe is the next game chronologically. I mean, there's Portable Ops, but Peace Walker doesn't acknowledge that Portable Ops exists. Then there's Metal Gear Solid 5, which is the next game. And that one's going to be a while before I can do it. Then it's Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, then Metal Gear Solid 1. Then I believe it's Solid 2, Solid 4, and then Rising. Though Rising is more of a spin-off, but it's still a fun game, in my opinion. Okay, I don't have any wounds yet, so that's good. Let's eat a rat. Oh yeah, Ground Zeroes. Well, that is technically part of 5. So I kind of bundled them both together. Jeez, there's a lot of enemy soldiers. I called in way too many. Alright. But next marathon I do will probably be Kingdom Hearts, assuming I can get it.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Unable to locate the problem.
Understood. Return to your position.
Yep. Too bad Metal Gear Solid 4 is more movie than game.
Huh? Please stop! HQ.
This
Crap.
is HQ.
Patrol here. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Commencing alert status.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
I suppose. Forgot how you roll.
Who's that?
You know what? Screw that. I'm just gonna do this.
Patrol.
I think if I knock everyone down, that does get me out of alert state. Oh, there's one more over here somewhere. There you are, I think. Yeah, I normally do, but I'm also very bad at this particular game. I'm good at 5, but this one I'm just very, very, very bad at. Okay, so there's only one left.
We've lost the enemy. He must still be in this area. Find him.
Sorry. I had to knock you out. Okay. What was that I just got? Oh, that must be for the cure. But I am pretty good, or I'm decent in Metal Gear Solid 1, but I'm really good in Metal Gear Solid 5. It's rare that I get caught in 5, at least where I'm at right now. Yep. One of the best villains in games in general, though
You must be
hard to tell if it's a villain or not.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't kill any of them.
Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem.
Yes, I do. It's a fun little paradox.
Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
To be honest, I've only completed this game on very easy because you have that one gun with infinite ammo.
Your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
I'll try to get that trophy, though. I just gotta save before then, if I remember where to save.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
Oh no, I didn't
What
kill
about
him.
the boss?
We lost contact
Paradox.
with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Oh man, my cat Squeaky really wants in my room. Sokolov is just kind of funny.
Freeze!
Wow, Squeaky really trying to get into this.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
Ah.
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Ocelot and your freaking physics-bending bullets.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Nope.
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die. Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
It never gets old.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
And there's his origin.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Welcome everyone. You're just seeing me fail at Metal Gear Solid 3. Already accidentally killed someone, and I've gone into alert, like, what, 6 times now? Oh boy. Yep.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgin.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgin's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Alright. Well, let's see if I'm going to up again. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick. Save.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes. Actually, I wonder if you can get the Time Paradox poster or trophy right here.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster.
Oh, you have to stab
Dr.
him?
Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile,
I did find a
Godzilla's
regular
getting
gun,
closer
though.
and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's create a time paradox. Jeez, that took forever.
Snake, you can't do that. The future will change. You'll create a time paradox.
Problem solved, series over. Yeah, doesn't the text change as well? I guess it does. Yep. Alright. Let's continue, shall we? Now we just gotta find Sokolov. Alright, here we go.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Pretty much Metal Gear, but not Metal Gear.
Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
Oh, I didn't know there was a time paradox in 5.
If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it...
I need to go and look for that then.
The end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America. Quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I will definitely need to revisit that mission. But who's ready for another 45-minute cutscene? That's pretty much what this is now. That's what most of Virtuous Mission is. Yeah, but that's spoilers for people that haven't really played, but it is obvious if you played the series. I just wish 5 was complete before they gave it to us. Or Konami actually, you know, completes Chapter 3. It would be very nice. Because the game's not complete, it's kind of one reason why I haven't finished 5 yet. And it's the boss. Honestly, if they remade this game in the Fox engine instead of just the cutscenes for Pachinko, oh god, that would be so much fun to play.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
Hey, Biofrost, thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm just now starting MGS3 and I'll be marathoning the entire series. That's gonna be fun. Especially with all the mind fucks. But if you want to catch me whenever I do them next, be sure to hit that follow button. And while I was going to do a no-kill run, I accidentally gave someone a close shave.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
It's like they really wanted to try and make as many time paradoxes as they
joyful
wanted to in the series.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
think you can pull the trigger?
This is such an awesome scene. Oof.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
Honestly, his tactics are pretty brutal, I think.
He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Yep, I actually did know that. I actually managed to finish that secret mission. It's actually quite interesting. I just wish that they didn't sell all the alternate outfits that's been in the game since Solid 1 as DLC. That just kind of ticks me off.
The new blood has been rejected.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
I still think Boss is one of the best characters in this series. It is. So this is actually, in this section, is, if you hold R1, while it's not telling you, you'll see some hidden stuff, hidden details. And you'll see what I mean in a minute.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
But really, the story of both Boss and Big Boss is sad.
Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen.
But they are both kind of tied together, at least in this game.
Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should
I
do it.
actually have not fully finished
For
4,
lacerations,
so
you'll need
please
disinfectant
don't
to
ruin
clean
it
the
for me.
wound,
Although I know it
sutures
is
to
just
stitch it
pretty
up,
much a big
stick tape
movie.
to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Okay. Hello, there's some bones. But let's take a very, very, very quick break real quickly. And then I will be right back. Because we know that it's about another 45 minutes just to play again. Alright. We're back. Live. And now we can continue. Whew. Okay. Cure. Let's see. Bone fracture. Oh, that's actually new. And then what is it? Bandage? From a deep cut. Deep cut and deep cut. There we go. Oh, yep, this part is always painful. Alright. So here's the scene I was talking about. Here in a sec, you'll actually see those bones again. Because I'm holding R1. I actually didn't know about this until a little bit later. But I do now.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Maybe with only one arm. I guess in this version that they updated it so that you can find it.
Shagohod.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Metal Gear of this game, even though it's not called Metal Gear. There we go. I think that's a little bit better with my mic adjust. And Ocelot, you look pretty pissed off. And Volgin is just greedy for that. Or he's too happy, I guess you should say.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
God, I don't remember what her name is. I think she only appears one other time in the entire series.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
That's actually kind of funny because I was actually born in Texas. All right. You know, the boss should have died very shortly after this game because he would have been exposed to so much radiation. Yes, save. Alright. There's the song that you were waiting for, my friends. Ah, crap. I hit the wrong button. You know what? It just wouldn't be right if I didn't have that song play. So I'm gonna restart the game. I know certain buttons do certain things, actually. I feel really bad now. Really, really bad. Well, that's just another mess up on my end. Yay, stream curse. Because we're about to hear the song again. That's why I only skipped it this time. Okay, load. Yes. Oh, it skipped the song? Really? Thank you, game. Oh well. Oh boy. Thank you for letting me know. I am have to restart that. So just one sec. Why the game is doing this, I don't know. That is very weird. Showing up. Technical difficulties, folks. So give me just 1 second. But thank you again for pointing that. Better now than 8 hours. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restart Streamlabs, which is what I'm using to stream, and then that should fix the issue. It's also going to end. So give me about 3 minutes.